Hey y'all, so today we're looking at the Caldwell Precision Chronograph. Let's take a look at it. Here we are at the range with the chronograph. Let me know what you think of this review style because it's something new I'm trying for stuff that's more range oriented or use oriented, where showing it in use is better than tabletop. So let me know what you think. Anyway, so here I am assembling the chronograph, and it goes together very simply. The sunscreens hold the rods, so you take them out of the sunscreens, stick them into the chronograph, and then you can attach the sunscreen to the top, and you're pretty much ready to go. The chronograph itself takes a 9-volt battery and has an extra compartment for a spare battery, which is especially nice because when you're out at the range or out wherever you are testing, nothing sucks more than having a dead battery. So I got the premium kit that came with the tripod and the light kit. I will say between the tripod and the light kit is definitely the better of the two items. The tripod is kind of rickety. It works, but it's definitely a budget-minded tripod, and at some point I might consider getting a better one. As you can see, that kind of wobbles around a little bit on there because it's a very plasticky, cheap tripod, but it works in a pinch and it hasn't broken yet, so I guess I give it props for not breaking yet. But the light kit works really well. I was shooting earlier in the day with this, and it was very dark and cloudy without the light kit, and I was experiencing some errors because I couldn't get good readings. But once I turned on the light kit, that stopped, and I was getting much better readings. The only thing I will say is, so the light kit's powered by, you can either plug it into the wall or the AA batteries. When you plug it into the wall, obviously it just plugs in. With the battery kit, it's got the little battery kit that attaches via wire to the sunscreens, and you do have to generally find a place to stick it, but once you can figure that out, it's no big deal. You'll see there the numbers are actually really nice and big. That's one of the things I'm real happy about with the chronograph, is the numbers are really big and easy to see. Here I have the camera set a little further back away from the chronograph, and you can still read the numbers quite easily. And using the chronograph, I really do like how it functions. It's really helped me as a reloader because I can track my loads and get accurate data to determine accurate velocities. And as a reloader, I say this is almost a must-have, having a chronograph. The chronograph reads in both meters and feet per second. But whatever floats your boat. So I've tested the chronograph with a wide range of projectiles. I've seen people do archery. I have not tested that with it, but I have tested a lot of different projectiles, including BBs, and then up to and including some 44 mag projectiles. And surprisingly, it's worked with all of them. BBs, if you're trying to chronograph BBs, you can run into a lot of issues because they're very small and hard to pick up. But I have gotten some success, including chronographing a Red Ryder BB gun, just for fun. But yeah, it is very reliable. Again, all chronographs are a little bit finicky. I've had days where it will give me trouble, but for the most part, it works good. And most times the things I've noticed is if I'm having issues getting readings, it's usually because I'm not lined up properly. That's the biggest thing when using a chronograph, is you have to make sure you're properly lined up in line with the chronograph so the projectile passes over both beams and gets you an accurate reading. But other than that, I haven't really had much trouble with it. About the only real issue I've had is with the phone app. Now, the chronograph is marketed as you can plug your phone into it or a laptop into it, and you have a little app that you can use that records your data and saves groups. I've had sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I've tested on 2 different phones, and I've apparently not the only person, but a lot of people seem to have issues with the phone, with the chronograph working with a cell phone. I've heard people having better luck with a computer, but for me, in my experiences, it's really hit or miss and not something to be trusted, to the point where I just don't even try and use it anymore because it's just easier to record the data down in a notebook off of the face of the thing itself. But other than that, really no issues. I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad I got one. Like I said, as a reloader, I think it's kind of a must-have item, but really just something that's kind of cool. They're not terribly expensive. Again, I think it was like 120 something for the premium kit, and it's really worth it having the light kit for dark days, like where I was shooting in this video, but I really like it. So that's my thoughts on it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and have a good day.